Laocoön and His Sons, one of the most celebrated sculptures of the ancient world, stands today in the Vatican Museums near Rome, where it continues to captivate viewers with its dramatic intensity and masterful execution. The sculpture depicts the Trojan priest Laocoön and his two sons being attacked by sea serpents, a punishment sent by the gods. According to myth, he warned the Trojans against bringing the Greeks' enormous wooden horse into the city, famously declaring, "Beware of Greeks bearing gifts." Angered by his defiance, the goddess Athena sent serpents to strangle the priest and his children, silencing him before the Greeks could infiltrate Troy and open the city gates, ultimately ending the Trojan War. Are you going to Italy soon? Take 5 minutes to learn something before you go. Mr. Seeger presents Italian art and architecture, Laocoön and His Sons. The marble sculpture, slightly larger than life-size at over 6 feet tall, is believed to be either an original Greek Hellenistic work or a Roman copy from around the 1st century BCE to the 1st century CE. Ancient Roman writer Pliny the Elder described it, noting that the 3 artists from the island of Rhodes collaborated on the single block sculpture, capturing Laocoön, his sons, and the serpents in astonishing detail. When the Roman Empire fell in the 5th century, it seemed that this ancient statue was gone forever. Yet 1,000 years later, in 1506, a remarkable archaeological discovery occurred in Rome, near the site of Santa Maria Maggiore. Workers unearthed a collection of statues buried in a vineyard, including the monumental Laocoön and His Sons. Word of the find quickly reached Pope Julius II, who immediately dispatched officials to inspect the site. Among those present were the young Michelangelo, who had just completed his famous statue of David in Florence, and the architect Giuliano da Sangallo, whose 11-year-old son Francesco later recorded the event. Francesco wrote that as they descended into the excavation pit, his father exclaimed, "That is the Laocoön which Pliny mentions." After widening the pit, the crew carefully extracted the sculpture, which immediately drew widespread admiration. Recognizing its significance, Pope Julius II acquired the work for the Vatican, where it has remained to this day. The ancient sculpture portrays raw human suffering. Laocoön writhes in torment. One son appears fearful, while the other has already succumbed to death, with the serpents biting and constricting their bodies. Unlike Christian depictions of suffering, this agony is unredeemed, emphasizing fear, death, and the futility of human resistance against divine will. One of the most striking aspects of the sculpture is its intricate and precise depiction of human anatomy. Its ancient sculptors demonstrated an extraordinary understanding of the human body under extreme physical strain. Muscles twist and contort in response to the serpent's constriction. Tendons stretch and veins bulge, creating a vivid sense of tension and movement. Laocoön's torso rotates in a complex spiral, his head thrown back in anguish, while his sons' bodies respond differently. One struggles, terrified, while the other shows the stillness of death. This nuanced variety conveys not only physical strain, but also psychological emotion, merging anatomy with expressive storytelling. The sculpture's impact on Renaissance art was profound. Artists like Michelangelo and Raphael studied its dynamic forms to deepen their understanding of musculature, proportion, and bodily movement. Michelangelo, in particular, was inspired by how the sculpture harmonized realism with dramatic narrative. He incorporated similar twisting torsos, pronounced musculature, and contorted limbs into his own work. The anatomical precision of this discovered ancient sculpture helped Renaissance artists break free from static, idealized figures, encouraging a more dynamic, emotionally resonant approach to the human form. The discovery of this sculpture in 1506 marked a critical bridge between classical antiquity and the rebirth of naturalistic humanism in Renaissance art. You can spend hours, even days, wandering the Vatican Museums. Be sure to find Laocoön and His Sons and marvel at this 2,000-year-old masterpiece.